What's going on, guys? It's your boy Oscar here, and today we're doing another live trading session. I just hopped on here. There was some news coming out today at 10 a.m. So, with that being said, I said let's wait until 10 a.m. to start the stream. And look at what happened as soon as 10 a.m. hit right here. We had a big buy candle right there. So, we're gonna wait a little bit and see what the market decides to do. We bounced off of this level over here, so we can see what happens when we get back to this red level over here. Let's see, we had this big supply zone that was created right here, this crazy sell-off that happened. So I'm gonna go ahead and mark that up on my chart. Let's say something like that. Let's push it all the way over here. It's been that long since we traded in this area. So I'm live streaming back from my MacBook. So hopefully I'm not lagging like crazy this time. I canceled my laptop, my HP laptop, because of how laggy it was. It made me freeze on my last trade and almost ended up making me take on an unnecessary loss. So for that reason, I canceled the HP laptop. I'm back on the MacBook. This is MotiveWave, the platform that I'm using. Fortunately, I have to pay for this platform, but I rather pay than to be lagging and freezing. So it's worth it in my opinion. So if I want to trade on my Top Step Combine account, I would have to switch to my actual account, not the practice account. So I have a 2-to-1 bracket right there, where I'm risking 5 points to make 10 points. That's my strategy right there. Let me see. Let me change this to red or pink. So we're finding some sellers there. I need to open up my book map. Let me open up my book map here. So we're gonna be patient. We could see some selling happening here. We broke above this range that we were stuck in. Let's see, when was this? I'm not sure, it doesn't say the date here. But let's see, this was from the beginning of Monday, so that was yesterday, to this morning. Right here, we were stuck in this range here, and we broke out just now. So, what I'm gonna do for you guys is I'm gonna keep this the same. I was gonna clean up my chart and do it fresh so that I can show you guys fresh how it's done. But since these levels are pretty important, I'm not gonna get rid of them just yet because I still need them. Since we're in the middle of the trading session as well, I'm not gonna go ahead and delete them either, because what ends up happening is I could miss a level that is important. See, why is my Thinkorswim not opening here? There it is. It's acting crazy. So we're not gonna have FOMO. We're not gonna fear of missing out on this move right here. The market will find ways to give you more opportunities to get into the market. So a lot of people are gonna see this and they're gonna want to buy. So if you buy up here, what is your risk? Like, you can say your risk to be wrong on this trade is to make a new low if we're in an uptrend. So we made a higher high, a higher low. Now we're making a new high. So we will need to make a higher low, off of this level or somewhere higher than the previous high, which was right here. So if we can get above that and hold this area, I could possibly take some buys off of this area. Depending on how strong this is, you guys see how strong this is acting. So whatever news that came out must have been good. Go ahead and log in into my account so that I can see the Bookmap, see the orders coming in. Let me see. All right, see if I can get that open. So let's see if we reject this level right here, or if we continue to push up. We've been in a downtrend for about since the beginning of July. What day is this? July 31st, Monday. We had that downtrend start from over here, and we were in it this whole time and since July 31st. And if you guys look, it's it's August 29th. So almost a whole month we've been in a downtrend. So if we can start to break structure to the upside, break above this level, hold above this level, find acceptance above this level, then we can possibly go and see to try to test this area first, then this area. So we're not going to predict, we're going to react to what the market gives us. And one thing we have to know and understand is that the market is random. So what happened the last time may not happen this time. One thing I've been studying a lot and trying to fully drill into my head is the concept of where that your technical analysis, the analysis that you're doing on your chart right here, really has no relationship with the way the actual market facilitates trade. Because what moves the market is people, human beings, that have a belief in a direction that the market is going. So it takes buyers and sellers to move the market. Somebody has to bid the market up. It's like an auction place. Somebody has to bid the market up to the point where there's so many buy orders that it completely takes over the sell orders and it makes the price continue to go up. Same thing with the sell side. When the market is going down, there's so many sell orders that it's more than the buy orders at that price and it pushes price down. So with that being said, every trade that you take, all it takes is one trader to just slam a whole bunch of orders in to make your trade be a loser. So when it comes to trading, it's all about probabilities. You're going to lose in trading. You're not going to win every single time. So when you do take a loss, you have to be able to think about it in a 20 sample size trade. Over the series of 20 trades, I'm going to have a 30% are going to be losers, 60% of that 20 trades is going to be winners. So, and the way you find out, how much percentage is losers and how much percentage is winners is by taking the trade over and over again with the same criteria, and just classifying it as a setup and then taking that setup over and over and over again until you can see over 20 trades I lost X amount and I won X amount. And that's how you define your edge, by journaling your trades and seeing what works and seeing what doesn't. So we're watching out for this to reject. Right now I see some selling on the Bookmap. Let me show you guys here. Oh, it's not letting me transfer it over. But we're seeing some on the book map here. Let me see. I don't want to change my screen because it's gonna look weird. But what I'm seeing on the tape is I see a whole bunch of sellers over here, and we can also see it on the chart. Where I execute my trades used to be on TradingView, but the combine, Top Step Combine, they took out Tradeovate, so that was my go-to broker for trading. I love them. They just had a lot of issues. I didn't really have any issues with them, but on the combine at one point I did have an issue, but when I traded my live money on there, I didn't have any issues. But they removed it, and because of that reason, I can't trade on TradingView anymore. So I need to have my screen separate, like how I have it here, split in two. This is where I do my analysis, and this is where I would trade on this little trading box over here. I have my bracket order set over here at 2-to-1 risk to reward. So pretty much what we do is we just wait for our setups to come to us and just trade our setups. So I'm gonna go to the 15-minute time frame here, and I can do a little bit of analysis for you guys live. So I would want to see us come up over here to this area if we're going to continue upwards. But before we continue upwards, we need to find some type of support. We need to find that higher high and that higher low pattern. We have this uptrend that started right here. We created a high right here, a low. We made a new low right here, but we couldn't go any lower because we went back and we made a new high over here. We consolidated, then we made a higher low right here, then a new high. We consolidated again in this range from Monday, and guess what happens? We make a new high right here. So based off of the trend, we're seeing an uptrend. And let me go ahead and look at my book map. Still seeing selling. I'm still seeing selling come in. So I do not want to be the first seller. Even though we see selling in this area, it could just be a pullback. So I'd rather just see consolidation happen here and then go for a rejection. Let's see on the 5-minute, because all this can be is we can start flagging from here, creating a bull flag, and we can push upwards. So we're going to be patient. I can add in a new level. I see a level right here. Let's see, so that would be the next level after this red level. On the tape, I'm seeing some buying still. My plan for buying would be to either we would need to break above this, hold this level. It's a little more risky, but my stop would probably be below the level. Or we can pull back to this level right here where we found resistance and then hold this area and then try to take a buy back inside of this supply zone. But based off of the tape that I'm seeing right now, I see some aggressive buying come in. I see 574 lots come in, 481 lots came in, an aggressive market buyer. Let's see. It kind of sucks I can't put this on the other screen. It is what it is. But I don't think I'm lagging on this live stream. This one looks pretty solid, pretty smooth. And that's why I love Apple devices, MacBook. They're so much quicker, so much smoother. Let's see, we look like we're breaking above. Let's see if we have a fake out or if we actually break out with high volume. Gonna look at the tape. And sometimes you just miss the whole move entirely. And what you have to do is try to focus on what your plan is and not try to force trades, because you can see this and be like, wow, I'm missing out on so much money right now. I could have got in here. I would have made all my days worth of money right here. But with that type of mentality is the way you're going to get destroyed on the next trade. So what we do is we stay patient. We miss the trade because it's not our trade to take, and we just wait for the next opportunity. And if that doesn't happen today, then what we do is we just walk away and trade another day, because the market is always going to be here. You're always going to have a next opportunity. So don't base your whole trading career on just one day or one trade, a couple trades. We will get an opportunity again, and you can't avoid losing. Every strategy has losses that are a normal part of the strategy. So you just have to be a really good loser and be super patient and super disciplined. Let's see. All right, I don't have any positions open, no orders out there. I'm up $322 on this account. And we're just waiting for our trades to come to us. I usually trade on the 3-minute chart when I'm scalping. We have this trend line right here from the 4-hour. Bigger time frame. Every time that we hit this trend line, you guys see, we would sell off. One time we broke above and we got, it was pretty much a fake out, and we just sold. It's, wow, look at that candle. That was a crazy candle right there. So we're gonna see what happens here if we break above and then sell all the way back down, because look at this type of buying right here. This is what I like to call a buying channel. Or in other words, like I learned from SPY day trading, it's called controlled buying. And what that means is that the buying is not that strong. It's pretty much being controlled within a certain range. And when I say range, I mean from this area to this area, the buying has been controlled. And usually what you see with that is you see a large dump happen after, like, it would go all the way down right back to where it started. So you have to be careful buying when a move like this has happened. The big banks out there, the hedge funds, big traders, dynamic traders, they like to use algorithms to trade for them. They have so much money that they are buying and selling simultaneously. So that's how you identify the algorithms. You see right here we had this channel right here as well. It's already drawn out for you guys here, where we have the channel, just trading within the channel right here. So basically we're watching out for a rejection to take a sell off of this supply zone, or we would either have to break above, hold this white line right here. We would have to trade above this white line and hold above this white line, so that the trend should flip into like a bullish trend. So we're going to be patient. We're going to see what happens here, and we're going to react to what the market gives us. I think I want to go a little bit light today, so I'll probably just do 2 contracts, risking it's $5 per point that the market moves with the micro contracts. So if I'm with 2 contracts, I'm risking 5 points. 5 times 5 is 25, and then if I have 2 contracts, that's 50. So on one trade, I'd be risking $50 to make 2 times that, so it would be $100. I'd be risking $50 to make $100. That's the type of bracket order I have set. I want to be able to go for, like, bigger reward, but I'm not really the best at catching those big moves just yet. I'm more of a scalper. So what's something that I can repeat over and over is taking 10 points out the market, scaling out at 5 points on half of the position. So yes, you'll make less money that way, but it's something that you can repeat consistently instead of doing something where you can't really repeat it consistently. Like for example, why this is why I moved over to the micro contracts instead of the regular contracts, the E-mini, because every point moves by $50. So with 5 points risk on a trade, you'll be risking $250. And I would like to take more than one contract so that I can hold runners. And with the E-mini, it's like you're gonna be risking $500 for a trade, and I can only lose $1,000 in a day. So it's like, will I really be able to repeat that like consistently? I don't think so, because sometimes you have losing streaks, sometimes you have drawdowns. You could lose one, two, three times in a row, but can you really afford to lose one, two, three times in a row with a $500 per trade risk? No, because with two trades you'll be done for the day. So that's why I moved over to the micro contracts, because it's way more, in my opinion, it's less stressful to trade. You're not worried about getting wiped out after two trades. So yes, you can complete the challenge a lot quicker by, making a lot more money. Even though I just trade once a day, usually I only take like one trade a day. I've been trading once a week lately because of how busy I've been. But sometimes you just lose more than once in a row, so you have to protect your downside. We have this strong candle here. We're still pushing up. I don't want to chase this move, so I'm gonna wait for some type of pullback, some type of consolidation, something that is telling me that we're accepting higher prices if I want to be a buyer. And we just have so many levels here. I think it's best if I clean up my chart, because what this will do is this will just end up confusing me and giving me mixed signals. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove everything so that I have a clean chart for you guys, and I can show you guys how I chart and do my analysis. And the way I find my key levels is by pretty much locating the swing highs and the swing lows. And when I mean swing high is when I say like we make a high and then we immediately pivot down. So that just tells you that in that area where we moved down, we found some type of resistance. So that's an important area in the market that you want to pay attention to. So here's my first level. And as you can see, that same exact level right here was rejected. So that's why I like cleaning up my charts sometimes, because it gives you a cleaner picture of what's going on. So I see another level right here. At this point, I make my level so effortlessly. We see another level right here, and if you guys look, we found some resistance here. So now we're right back at this level. So we have to see what the reaction from the market is at this level. Do we continue to push up, or do we reject like how we did here and move aggressively back down? That's when I would be looking to sell the market. But if we continue to push upwards, I would want to look for buy positions if we can accept prices above that level, because there's been times where you can easily break above the level and then you just trapping so many people who are looking to buy, and the market will move down aggressively and you will get stopped out, and a lot of people will get trapped in buying the top. Pretty much the way you make money in trading is by buying low and selling high, or selling high and buying low. So if you're buying right here and we start to move aggressively down, you would be buying high relatively to where it's low. So sometimes it's better just to not trade if you don't have something high quality. You're better off just, staying on the sidelines until you see your edge come up. And my edge is to wait for these levels to give me some type of indication of confirmation of where we want to head. Do we want to head up or do we want to head down? And honestly, at the end of the day, you don't even need to analyze too much, because the market is random. All it takes is one person to make you a loser, and it takes other traders to make you winner. So it's all random at the end of the day. Let's chart out this trend line I see. Bam, look at that, so clean. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and maybe 7. If we break above this, we want to see if something like this happens first. Where we peek our head above, but we just cannot make it above. Once we start making this move like this, where we've been in a downtrend for a while, I feel like it's probable for us to start breaking out and starting an uptrend again. But like I said, the market is random. You will get humbled trying to make predictions. So that's why what you do is you just try not to be biased and you just stick to what the market is telling you live. That's the most important thing, is being able to see in real time, in live time, like how I'm talking to you guys live on YouTube, how you can see these things in real time so that you can be able to make educated guesses on how you should plan your trades and execute your trades. I'm on the 4 hour right now, waiting for some type of confirmation. Let's see here. So we're breaking above that trend line right there. We still have this level right here. Let me see what other levels we have. So we have that level right there. Zoom out a bit. We have that level. I would call this a level right here. Look at that. 1, 2. We have resistance right here. Let's look for more levels for you guys. I see another level right here. Based off of this rejection down right there. Let's see some more levels. I might have to zoom in for this one. So I see this support level that got broken through over here. Let's see what happens. Right here, look. We touched it and we went down. We rejected it. So that's how you figure out those key levels. We have supply. The way you find supply is aggressive selling or aggressive buying. So right now the first supply zone I see is in this area. So we can go ahead and mark that out. I'll just mark it out like this and extend it over there. The only problem with taking your levels, making your supply zone on the bigger time frame, is how big the zone can be. Like, look at this zone right here. It's huge. Like, if I want to take a trade in that area, it's going to be kind of hard, you know? So I don't usually use zones on the bigger time frame. I'll use it on the smaller time frame, which I don't really see much other than this little area right here, supply. So we're going to be patient. We're still watching the tape. We don't need to force any trades. We let the trades come to us, baby. We had news come out. We see an uptrend here. See something like that. So just me seeing that we're already pretty much overextended. We moved up quite a bit. I see volume is decreasing. We started here at 10, high volume. Started to go down. We increased a bit right here. That was that push up. Now we're decreasing. So we want to watch out to see what sellers want to do in this area. Do we want sellers to take over, or are buyers going to aggressively push us up? Right now, I just saw a big load of volume come in on the tape, and we see buying volume come in. So sometimes, like I said, you do not want to rely on that tape by itself. You want to be looking out for those sellers to come in and whack-a-mole those buyers that just came in. And what I would want to do if I want to sell is I would want to see some selling pressure first and then make this a retest back into this area, make this resistance, and then take it. For example, I would want us to reject this level, move down, move back up, and then I'll take it from here, like the second opportunity I like to take. Because if you try going in at the first opportunity, what can happen is you'll get stopped out and then it'll go your way. So, or you get stopped out and then you would have blessed yourself by not holding a loser that is going to go the opposite way of what your plan was. And that's how you take big losses. So you want to keep your losses small and make your winners bigger, 2, 3 times bigger than your losses. So let's see, we're waiting, we're waiting, we're waiting. Sometimes you can be here waiting all day. So what I do is if I'm waiting for too long, your mind starts to lose focus. And when you start to lose focus, you start to make mistakes. So if you're making mistakes, you're not going to trade well. So sometimes the best thing to do is just to not trade. Let's see if I can find some micro levels. So that's a term that I use that I don't really see out there a lot. I like to say micro levels and major levels or macro levels. And pretty much what I mean by that is the bigger time frame, you're gonna find those bigger, those macro levels. Like how I charted here, these are what I consider macro levels. But then on the smaller time frame, you'll find levels that's not on the big time frame. So you would find those levels. Like for example, you see I have my level here, but we could have a level right here that we could reject off of. But if you don't have that charted out, it could hit that level without you even knowing. You can take a trade there on the opposite side of the market and get destroyed. So it's super hard. Trading is super hard. There's been plenty of times where I've seen moves like this. I'm like, wow, I missed out on that big move. I need to get a trade in. Like, damn, I need to leave here with something. So I end up trying to buy there and get wiped out. I'll get destroyed. Like most of my big losses come from making trading mistakes. Fear of losing, fear of missing out, being wrong, not being able to accept being wrong, and being greedy. Those are in my opinion, some big mistakes that you can take big losses from. So if you guys, anybody watching, hopefully you guys are getting some value out of this. I hope you guys enjoy this as entertainment. If not, go ahead and leave a comment down below if you guys have any questions. I'll check it later because I can't really look at the live stream while I'm trading. Um, and leave a like on this video. Subscribe if you guys are interested in more live trades. I've been trying to make some content for you guys, YouTube videos, but like I said, I just transitioned back from the HP to the MacBook, so I haven't really been able to do that. Sometimes too, you can wait the whole day. You wait 2 hours or 1 hour. That's why I don't really like to trade more than 2 hours. You wait the whole day being patient just to lose. And that's something that you have to be okay with. You have to be okay with sitting here for hours and being the possibility that you can lose money and not get anything out of your time on this. So what you do to get something out of your time is you go back, you review the day, and you note down things that you could have done better, or you note down that you did a good job by walking away. You just be observant of the market so that you can just keep learning, and understanding the way the market moves. So this is the type of move we haven't had no pullback yet. Like, look at this. We went up, we pulled back to the trend line once, then we just continued up. So definitely something risky to buy into. Let's see here. And as you guys can see on this chart, it looks like we're we hit this level right here. Wow, this shit's annoying. I don't know why it like auto zooms in like that, but let me see if I can show you guys over here. Oh yeah, so this is the level that I was talking about that you don't see on the bigger time frame. Because on the bigger time frame, my level is right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put that level there. Put that level there. Let me zoom in so I make sure I put it in the right spot. I like to put it at the candle close, not the wick. So we closed right there. See how we close right there. I like to put it where the candle closed. For some reason that has been working for me so good. It's so accurate in my opinion. It's very accurate. I can rely on my levels now because I know I can trust that they're pretty accurate. Let's see. I see a level right here. Look at this. So let me go ahead and change this color so that I know that this is micro level. The light blue would be the macro levels. So I have another micro level right here. Look at that. 1, 2. We broke through hard right there. So I can just press this right here and it'll take me right back. And look at exactly where we rejected to. And I see heavy selling come in on the tape. Heavy selling coming in. Do I want to be a first seller? No. I don't want to be. Wow. I just saw something called a market sweep come in. And what that means is that we have so many orders just hit the offer all at once that it just plummets the price down. This is what I just put this level here, guys, and you guys see the reaction we had. This is the level that I had here. The micro level. You see, like if I would have taken a buy off of that level, my God, I would have got destroyed. So now what I want to see is maybe we can retest this level so that I can take a trade that looks something like this. Something like this. Probably get my entry like over here. It would be beautiful, beautiful, beautiful if I can get 38 points. That would be nice. But the time it would take to hit that, we would probably take a couple hours to do that. That's why I'm a scalper, because I don't focus, I don't make a lot of good decisions when I'm here for too long. It's better for me just to be here for an hour, 2 hours max, because or take a break in between. Because if I'm sitting here for more than an hour or two, I'm gonna start to want to force trades. I'm gonna want to be active. I'm gonna want to be making money. And these are all things that you have to learn about yourself so that you can be able to identify them and be able to be aware of them so that you can walk away and trade another day because you're just going to take unnecessary losses. And we want to be able to think like professionals here. We want to be able to think like professional traders. So in order to think like a professional, we have to do things that align with what the professionals do, and that's one of them right there. So I still see buyers stepping in here. We just took out an order there. Let's see here. We had some aggressive selling to the downside. We also had this trend line that we could bounce off of. That could be the break and retest of the trend line. But we just wait, we just wait, we just wait. Be patient, be patient. Wait for structure. Market structure. We're looking for some type of pattern to emerge. Something that's going to give us more confirmation. We just saw another market sweep come in the market. Um, Hopping in here into a sell would not be a good idea because what would my risk need to be if I hopped in here? My risk would be all the way up here, all the way up there. And since I like to take more than one contract, I'd rather take 5 to 6 points in losses per trade. I like to take my trades closer to my levels. If you start to take trades in the middle of the levels, you get chopped up. Oh man, we're about to be here for a while, guys. So we're at 447, 4,473 right now. We're watching the tape. We're watching the tape. See how this tape reacts. We did 2 market sweeps and we weren't able to continue pushing down. We're going to need sellers to take over here if we want to see this selling continue. See if we can bull flag here. That's another possibility. We just wait for that structure to come in. Sometimes you need more data to plan your trades. I wouldn't want to sell here until I see some type of bearish structure. As of right now, I don't see any bearish structure other than that we rejected off a level. That's not enough confirmation to get into a trade. We need at least 3 minimum or 2 minimum. 4 is really the best. You have a rejection of a level. You have strong selling on the tape. You have a pattern in the market structure. And then you would have a supply zone would be another beautiful thing to see. But sometimes you're not going to get all those confirmations, so that makes the quality of the trade less. So let's see what we want to do here at this trend line. Are we going to break through with volume down, break down with volume, or are we going to defend this trend line area to continue to make a higher high and continue the uptrend? Right now I see not large, but I see buying coming in. I see bids stepping in and defending that trend line. But there's been so many times that I've seen that, and I've ended up trying to take a buy because I see it's defending an area just to get wiped out. So that tells me that that's not really a high quality setup for me personally. It may work for somebody out there, it may work for me a couple times, but based off of the probabilities of my experience, I have no edge right now. I have to wait, I have to be patient, and I have to be disciplined to be able to not hop in a trade until my edge, my system is telling me to. It has to be screaming at you, like, take the trade. I don't have anything screaming at me now to tell me to take a trade. In hindsight, once all of this passes and I look back at it, maybe I'll see something that looks like, damn, how did I not see that in real time? But guess what? Since I'm looking at it in hindsight, I'm reviewing it. Next time I do see it, I would have a better idea of how that looks. So it will help me to take the trade for the future. Would not be able to take a trade here because I would need to put my stop above this low if I want to be wrong. So most of the time you want to wait. Let's say like I want my stop is going to be here for me to be wrong. Well, sometimes it's best for you to wait for your potential stop that you would have used to get hit first. Like let's say we retest back up here, we hit the stop I was going to use, and then we reject down. That's beautiful because one, you didn't jump the gun, get stopped out, and then it went your way. You let it retest the area of your stop loss where you would have gotten taken out if you jumped the gun, and then you got the good opportunity where it does go your way. So we're just gonna watch out for market structure here. We're approaching this trend line now. See aggressive buying stepping in. Another market sweep came in just now. See if we can get a pullback. Oh man, I woke up at 5:30 this morning, and there's a hurricane over here coming towards us. I'm here in Miami, but it's supposedly is gonna hit the west side of Florida. So depending on how everything is, hopefully I can keep my internet up so I can keep trading. But we're going at it today, Tuesday, live for you guys. Right now we just hit a big area of liquidity. We just hit a big area of orders. Some people probably had their stops there, and we see buyers defending that area, and is right near the trend line, which is something that I would like to see at a trend line. A lot of liquidity, because this could be a support level. The same way we have a support level right here, we could have a support level right here as well, because the big dynamic traders, the hedge funds, they like to use their algorithms. So you can see here that we're in this uptrend, and I'm not sure if this would be an algorithm channel, because it's a wide channel in my opinion. Something like that. Oh man. I wish I could put music on for you guys while I trade, but I'm not sure how YouTube is gonna be with the copyright and all that, so I'm not gonna go that route. Put in a lot of hard work into these live streams. I know right now it's just the beginning. I'm starting. This is something new to me, but I know in about 5, 10 years, 2 years from now, it's gonna be like a lot easier to do all of this. Let's see how we react here. Seeing aggressive selling eat up those buy orders. Let's see if we can break through this trend line right here. This downtrend can continue, or if we find buyers here at this trend line to keep pushing up. I don't want to make predictions. I want to react to what I see. But what I would say is that I would think that we would break through aggressively, or we're either going to see aggressive buyers defend right here. Sometimes we break below, we'll find support right here and then push back up. I see some buying come in as soon as we approach that area there. Oh man. See that buying come in. Oh man, I don't want to do that right now. Okay. Hopefully my phone doesn't die by the end of this live stream. I forgot to charge it a bit. I use my phone camera to live stream it so you guys can see my face and everything. But I didn't charge it as much. So if my phone dies, I may continue live streaming, or I may just end it. I can continue it without my camera on. We'll see how it goes. So we are holding above this trend line now. So we want to see what happens. I don't really trust this, honestly, because it's risky because of how much we moved up. We could be at the end of the trend right now. Oh man. Still seeing buyers come in. Buyers are still coming in. Starting to push up with volume now. I wouldn't want to sell here just yet. Well, actually, maybe it could be a good sell due to the fact that we have this area, this resistance here. So that would give me a better opportunities to sell. I would have to have a tighter stop, something like that. 4 points to make 32 points. That's a crazy risk to reward. Something more realistic would be something like we see support right here. So the range is really small, like it's not really a trade that's worth taking. The next level I would target would be down here, which is something a bit better. We have 12 points for, so that's a 3-to-1 risk to reward right there. But we have to see how the tape reacts. We have to see how we have to wait for that confirmation. We need to see that rejection happen off of that level. We can't close above that level and hold above that level, because then the probability of us moving down is going to become less likely. Okay, I'm starting to see some sellers step in. Then there comes the buyers right after. So we will see what happens. Will buyers continue to push this market up? Okay, seeing that rejection. There you go. I see some heavy selling come in. So if I were to take something like this, small loss, risking 5 points to make 10. I'm gonna go ahead and take this for you guys right now. All right, so I'm in the trade here. I'm in only 2 contracts and I'm taking a sell. So we're gonna see how this sell works. If we can target this area down here, that's 10 points. You guys see I'm in a market, so I'm not sure. I don't think I even got filled on this. Wow. I don't know what happened there. It says I didn't get filled. Let's see, orders, counts. Still at 322. Yep. So I tried to take the trade there, but I'm not sure. I hit sell market. It should have got me in immediately, but it didn't happen. And now my opportunity is pretty much gone because I was supposed to enter here and it's already 3 points down. So that's something that you guys have to get used to. Sometimes you miss your fill and you don't get into the trade and it goes on without you. So you have to be able to stay focused, be like, okay, it's fine. Move on to the next opportunity. So we're pretty much just gonna wait for maybe the market wants to be nice to us, and the trading gods out there want to be nice to us and let us get a retest back into this area where my entry was, and maybe depending on the price action in that area, If we don't shoot up from there, then maybe I'll take another stab at it right here. About to see some aggressive selling come in once we break past these orders. Oh, we see some buying stepping in. Not too sure what happened there with my position. Nope. Yep, no P&L. That means I have no positions open. You guys saw I hit sell market. So we'll see what happens. So we're just waiting, we're waiting, we're waiting. I think the market may give us another opportunity, or it may just continue upwards. Or we can just go down straight to my target from the original plan. And then I would need to just focus on another trade. Let's see. What do we decide to do here? We're acting a little bit slow right here. So the fact that I don't see any continuation happening to the downside is a red flag, and it makes the quality of the setup go down just a bit too. Because I see that buyers are defending that area once, twice, and now this would be the third time. So let's see what happens here. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see what happens here. We gotta wait and be patient. Sometimes that low key we get blessed by not getting into the trade. Like something like that happens where like I didn't get filled because then it ended up like stopping me out. But I can't really think like that. You have to just think that, you don't know what's gonna happen only because you see a pattern, that worked out before doesn't mean it's gonna work out the next time. You have to think over a series of trades. And there goes my laptop telling me that we only have 20% left on the phone. So if my phone dies, I'm probably gonna end the live stream, and I may just like walk away from my desk and not trade today, depending on how price action does. Let me see how the stream is looking. Yeah, so I don't think I have been lagging at all. Ooh, my butt's starting to hurt. Yeah. So I see a bounce off of that level, which is interesting because we defended that level a couple times, and that's off of the trend line. But like I said plenty of times, I don't really like using the trend line as an area of entry because there's a lot of fake outs that happen there. If I were to enter here, let's say 5 points would be right there. Not bad, not bad. But I rather wait for my stop. I rather wait for prices to go back and retest this area first and show me some signs of weakness. Because so far all I see is buyers buying up higher prices. If this turns out to be the higher low right here, I wouldn't want to be buying. I mean selling. I wouldn't want to be selling, because we're just making a higher low for a continuation to the upside. a lower low would be, you know, lower than here. Then it'd be better to start selling from there. So maybe I can get a quick scalp out of this 10 points, but the odds of that happening now is less likely due to the fact that we are defending so much. And I see aggressive buying come in, but that doesn't mean nothing to me yet because I've seen so many times aggressive buying get destroyed by aggressive selling, which is exactly what I'm seeing now. Let's see, something like that maybe. I feel like the more realistic thing would be like right here, 10 points, because that's like 9 points. See, 10 points would be something like that. Let's look at the bigger time frame. Bigger time frame looks pretty bearish. Bigger time frame is looking pretty bearish. We will see what happens though. We will see what happens. See some big buying coming in again. We could have a double bottom pattern right here. We bottomed out once. We went back and retested that area, found buyers again. So we could be having a double bottom price action here, where we would target up here. Probability of it hitting up here would be more likely. But we just wait, we just wait. Be patient, be patient. Anything could happen here. Let's see, do we see some type of trend line happening? See something like that. If we can reject here, it probably could be a pretty good trade, not gonna lie. Short scalp to the downside, targeting 9 points. See though, we're gonna see. See some large buying coming in. Large buying coming in. I see a lot of orders stacking up there. Will buyers be able to knock out these orders? If they are able to knock out these orders, we're gonna see price move up aggressively. Most of the time, once we start getting close to those orders, the market tends to want to gravitate into those orders and get those orders filled, and we'll just push right through. So we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. Oh man, it's getting hot in my room. I still see signs of rejection. Of all those orders that were sitting there just got wiped off. Like they didn't get filled, they just got removed. For example, when I placed my order, it didn't get filled. I removed it, I canceled it. That's what I just saw here. I see rejections off of this trend line. So if I were to take something like that, my stop would need to be like, let's say right here, I'm risking 4.5 points to make 10. So let's see if we can let's see if we can take this sell. I'm waiting for a better confirmation because I see some aggressive buying stepping into the tape, so I want to react to what I see. not to what I think. Continue to see more aggressive buying with volume coming in. More aggressive buying. And look, as you guys can see here, volume was higher, went down, and went down. We're back at this level. Let's see, 5 points. I want to see a strong rejection here. It's possible we continue upwards based off the structure, because we did one, twice, and now we're breaking above this important level right here. So we're trying to make a new high, possibly. There you go. So we're just going to be patient. We're not going to sell just yet. We're going to wait to see the reaction that happens. Do we keep above this level or do we break down below? Let's see what happens. Seeing some rejection so far. I'm seeing some rejection so far. How many? We have a minute and 37 on this candle. Let's look at the bigger time frame. 5 minute looks a little bullish, not gonna lie. Pull back and retest. Let's see how we look on the bigger time frame, the 5 minute. Okay, we're rejecting here. So let's see. Then I'm gonna go ahead and take this short setup. Try not to hesitate on this before I lose my opportunity. And if I lose on this trade, then it is what it is, right? Right? As soon as I hop in, we're gonna see what happens. So let's see. Let me go to the smaller time frame. The bigger time frame. We got the 15 minute there. Let's see here. Looking at the tape right now to see what the reaction is. Waiting for this candle to close below, and I'm gonna hop in for a sell. Let's see. Did we close below or did we close above? Let me not hover over that before I end up placing that trade by accident. Did we close above or did we close below? We closed below. All right. So the new candle started. I still see some buying. Now I'm starting to see some selling. So I'm going to go ahead and sell the market. That's so weird. Why is it not? Why am I not? I don't get why it's doing that. Let me try on the practice account. Why is it giving me a limit when I'm hitting sell market? That's so odd. Not sure what's going on, but I'm having issues getting into trades. That might be a sign. That might be a sign. Positions, accounts. That may just be a sign, guys, that it's not meant to be. That trade ain't meant to be. It's not even letting me take the trade, even if I wanted to. And now we're starting to break above, so we're gonna wait. We have this little algorithm going here. We see this. Now we're starting to push up. Have no orders, no positions. Let me just go ahead and look at that. Now it wants to work. I'm trying to sell the market here. I'm gonna switch over to my practice account and try something before I end up messing it up. Why is it not filling? See, I'm not getting in the market. I don't know what's going on. Let me go ahead and restart this. This thing is not working out. This is how you end up missing out on the trade again. So let's see, let's continue. All right, all right. Wow. You guys saw that here live, baby. It says I'm in the market now. I'm not sure what happened there. So it says I'm in, I think I'm in like 4 contracts. Yeah, I'm sold 4 here. So yeah, I have that live on video. I'm gonna go ahead and message the Top Step team. Maybe they can help me out with that. Let's see, tile left to the screen. Not sure what happened there. Window, tile left. I hit that. So I'm in 4 contracts on here. Let's see, do I have any closed positions? Nope. So I'm down 65 on this trade. I guess the times that I did try to get into the market, it wasn't telling me that I was getting in, but I got in anyways, so I'm not really too sure what happened there, but we're gonna just let it rock. If I get stopped out here, I'm fine with it, and I'm gonna go ahead and let Top Step know that their system is bugging a little bit. And I think I have my stops here. Let's see, positions, orders. It doesn't even say I have any like stops in place. So I'm really not sure here. I don't see no orders either. So I think I might have to close this position for an unnecessary loss because I don't have a stop set. Let's see here. Let's see here if I can order. Alrighty. So let's see what happens. Right here, right here. It's kind of crazy. It's not the first time something like this happens to me. I've gotten into a trade once with 15 contracts by accident. So it happens. It's that's something that you have to learn how to move past and get over. So we're gonna see what happens, baby. We're pushing down so far. I want to set a stop here. So if let me look at my position, open position, 44.75. Let's see. I'm getting ready to flatten this. If we break above this right here, I'm gonna manually take off my order. Gonna manually. It says what? I'm only in 3? That don't make no sense. That really don't make no sense. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna flatten right there. Flatten all. Oh wow, I'm not even on the right account. Alright, so I'm gonna flatten right there. Alrighty. So I just flattened that. I lost 100 on that trade. I'm not too sure what happened there. Not really too sure what happened there. This thing was lagging out. So I'm down 100 on the day, which is fine because, you know, sometimes things like this happen where your computer freezes or it's not working. So I just want to confirm that I'm, let's see, so I'm at 52.17 now. I just want to confirm that I'm in no positions. There you go. So I'm in no positions now. Open position, orders. What was even worse about all of this is that I used my bracket order and I don't know what happened to my stops. I don't know what happened to my stops. They were like non-existent. They were like non-existent, guys. Non-existent. Let's see here. Accounts. Just making sure. Not sure what happened there. But yeah, believe I would be done trading for the day. His best thing to do is just to walk away. Like that, I don't make $100 loss, a $200, $300 loss. I have the possibility to make it back, of course, but the reality of it is how much focus do I have left to give to the market? So I already went through, I tried to go small size on this, 2 contracts, and I ended up with 4 contracts because of technical errors. I have that here live for you guys. So you guys saw that weird technical error I just went through. Let's see if I can delete this. Look at the bigger time frame. Alright, so I got stopped right there. I manually had to get out. Usually I have an order there just ready to get me out. I manually closed the trade because I was in 4 contracts. I didn't want to be in 4 contracts. So I'm gonna go ahead and see what I can do about this. Alrighty, so that's it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. You guys saw my trade live. I lost today. And that just goes to show that, you know, we have losers in our trades. Not every day is going to be a green day. Not every day is going to be straight wins. Sometimes you have technical errors like this, and it's fine. And I did try to get into this trade, but it ended up not working. So that's fine. We're going to move on and wait for another day. So with that being said, thank you guys for tuning in. Hit a like on this video, subscribe, leave comments down below, and keep pushing for profits.